Okay, we're going to go ahead and start Chapter 1, which is Introduction to Earth Science. And I want to take you through and show you a little bit about the textbook. First of all, when you look, we're actually on page 1 here, and when you look, you can see the chapter preview. Section 1 is What is Earth Science? Section 2 is A View of Earth. Section 3, Representing Earth's Surface. We're actually not going to cover Section 3, but we will cover Section 4, Earth System Science, and Section 1.5, What is Scientific Inquiry? And so as we look through the chapter here a little bit, Section 1.1, What is Earth Science? You're going to see there are different key concepts. What is the study of Earth science? How did Earth and the solar system form? Those are key concepts for Section 1. And then you'll also see a lot of vocabulary words that are in Section 1. And one thing I want to point out, when you see these key concepts, what is the study of the Earth science? You'll come down here and that is the answer. Earth science is the name for the group of sciences that deals with Earth and its neighbors in space. Here's your second key concept. How did Earth and the solar system form? And you keep looking for the second key and you find it on page 3 where it talks about the nebular hypothesis. Alright, so I want you to notice that you do have these key concepts. When you turn over to page 4, you see a diagram of the formation of the solar system according to the nebular hypothesis. This is a big, very important part of this section. And then finally, at the end of section 1.1, as it is with the end of all the sections, you have reviewing concept questions. And I won't always assign every one of these, but normally we'll be assigning those as well. Looking ahead, you also see different articles in your textbook. Sometimes we'll read those, sometimes we won't. You get into section 2, A View of the Earth. Again, you have key concepts, you have vocabulary, and this book is set up very similar through all the different chapters. But what I want to start with today, we're going to be doing different types of reading strategies. Sometimes we may be doing outlines, sometimes we may be taking notes, sometimes we're going to be doing group work. But the one which I want to concentrate on today is called structured note-taking. And just want to write that down. Structured, make sure I spell that right, S-T-R-U-C-T-U-R-E-D, structured note-taking. And I'm going to go through and demonstrate how I would like you to do structured note-taking. And I may go through the first half of the first section and let you do the second half. And I think you're going to find this is a really good way to learn the material. And it's a very good reading strategy. And so let's just start off reading a little bit from the text here. It said, and follow along with me, I'm on page 2. Alright, it says, the spectacular eruption of a volcano, the magnificent scenery of a rocky coast, and the destruction created by a hurricane are all subjects for Earth science. The study of Earth science deals with many fascinating and practical questions about our environment. What forces produce the mountains shown on page 1? Why does our daily weather change? Is our climate changing? How old is Earth? How is Earth related to the other planets in the solar system? What causes ocean tides? What was the Ice Age like, and will there be another? Understanding Earth is not an easy task because our planet is always changing. Earth is a dynamic planet with a long and complex history. Alright, now you see that you have a section here that's in green, Overview of Earth Science, and it continues on, and then you have another one that's in green, Formation of the Earth. And you don't see any more that's in green. You see some that's in blue. But the ones which are in green are kind of the two main topics in this first section. Alright, so if we're doing structured note-taking, here's how I would like you to do this. First of all, this is Chapter 1, Section 1, What is Earth Science? So at the top, I want you to write, of your paper, I want you to write 1.1, What is Earth Science? And if you want, you can put a big box around it. Okay. And in structured note-taking, what you're going to do is you're going to draw a vertical line about 2 inches from the left side of your paper. You're going to record the main ideas and the key words on the left side, and then the more detailed information on the right side of that line. And then finally at the bottom you're going to write a brief summary of the lesson. Okay, so it helps if you have a straight edge. Alright, so what I would like to do here is just kind of draw a line 2 inches or so from the side. And I'm going to start here with overview of earth science. Alright, so you might even write underneath this main topic, overview of earth science. Alright, it's important that you go through and that you read everything under the green part. Okay, so let's start off and let's follow some of this together. Earth science is a name for the group of sciences that deals with Earth and its neighbors in space. Alright, so if I want to, I might go ahead and write a keyword here, Earth science. And then I would simply put a hash mark on this side, and I would say it deals with Earth and its neighbors in space. Alright, pretty simple, right? And then I continue on. Earth science includes many subdivisions of geology such as geochemistry, geophysics, geobiology, paleontology, oceanography, meteorology, and astronomy. I may decide to write some of that over here, but I don't think that's really necessary. Units 1 through 4 focus on the science of geology. Now notice, geology is in bold, so I'm going to write geology, and it says a word that means study of the earth. And geology is divided into two broad areas, physical geology and historical geology. So I just might write over here that geology is the study of the earth. Alright, this is structured note-taking. Now geology, it says, is broken up into two parts, physical and historical. And if you want to include that over here, you can. I'm not going to for the sake of time purposes. But physical geology includes the examination of the material that makes up the earth and the possible explanations of the many processes that shape our planet. Processes below the surface create earthquakes, build mountains, and produce volcanoes. Processes at the surface break rocks apart, create different landforms, erosion by water, wind, ice, the result of different landscapes. You will learn that rocks and minerals form in response to Earth's internal and external processes. Understanding the origin of rocks and minerals is an important part of understanding Earth. In contrast to physical geology, the aim of historical geology is to understand Earth's long history. Historical geology tries to establish a timeline of the vast numbers of physical and biological changes that have occurred in the past. See Figure 1. We study physical geology before historical geology because we must first understand how Earth works before we try to unravel the past. Okay, now you get to another word that's in bold. Unit 5 is devoted to oceanography, so I'm going to write that on here as well. Oceanography. Oceanography integrates the sciences of chemistry, physics, geology, and biology. Oceanographers study the composition and movements of seawater, as well as coastal processes, seafloor topography, and marine life. Okay, so if I want, I can say seawater, coastal processes, etc. Okay, that's oceanography. Unit 6 examines the composition of Earth's atmosphere. The combined effects of Earth's motion and the energy from the sun causes the atmosphere to produce different weather conditions. This in turn creates the basic patterns of global climates. Meteorology, notice this is a word in bold. I'm going to write it. R-O-L-O-G-Y. Meteorology is the study of the atmosphere and the processes that produce weather and climate. I'm going to go ahead and write that. Study of the atmosphere and the processes that produce weather and climate. And you should be getting to the point now that you're pretty familiar with what I'm doing here as for structured note-taking. It's easier than doing an outline. There's only one more word in bold, and that's astronomy. It says Unit 7 demonstrates the understanding Earth requires of Earth's position in the universe. The science of astronomy, which is the study of the universe, is useful in probing the origins of our own environment. So I'm going to write astronomy, and it told me astronomy is the study of the universe. Okay. Learning about the other members of our solar system and the universe beyond helps us to understand Earth. Throughout its long existence, Earth has been changing. In fact, it is changing as you read this page and will continue to do so. Sometimes the changes are rapid and violent, such as when tornadoes, landslides, or volcanic eruptions occur. Many changes, however, take place so gradually that they go unnoticed during a lifetime. All right, so you have gone through and you've done structured note-taking for the first green section in Chapter 1, Section 1, What is Earth Science? Okay, you really need to go ahead and write a summary in this spot down here. And I'll let you do your summary on your own. But if you look at this last paragraph, it kind of summarizes that for you as well. And you don't have to have an extremely detailed summary, just something which kind of sums everything up. Okay? Then you're going to do the same thing, this same format, structured note-taking, for formation of the Earth. All right? Go ahead and do that now.